So this just goes back to the initial argument, which is that women don't want equality. Women genuinely don't want equality. And the more you interact with so-called feminists, the more you interact with women in general nowadays, it seems, it's hard not to generalize all women, but the indoctrination and the brainwashing and the disconnect between hypothetical reality and actual reality is vast. Okay, when I say hypothetical reality and actual reality, what I mean is the hypothetical concept in most women's minds that they are a victim, that they are somehow being victimized by the quote unquote so-called patriarchy. This is a chasm between reality and what these women are told and what they believe, and I believe to some extent it's somewhat easy, not very difficult, to indoctrinate or brainwash a woman, because women are they're less objective, they're more subjective, and the way that their biology is set up is more, how do I put it, global. That's probably not the right way to describe it. It's easy I'll just say this, it's easy for them to buy into the concept that they're victims. Whereas men are more pragmatic. We look at things for the way they are. We look at things from our experience. We look at things statistically. We look at things, pragmatically. Statistically, the reason why women are not being paid as much as men is because women don't work as hard as men. Women don't take the same kind of jobs. Women don't work 80 hours a week like a lot of men do. Okay, a lot of women don't even work 40 hours a week. Okay, women are so used to living off of men. Women are so used to taking shortcuts, etc., etc. There's a reason why, quote unquote, women don't get paid as much as men. It's not that a woman who's doing the same job is not getting paid as much as a man doing the same job. That's not how they take that statistic, right? So this is a brainwashing, a low IQ effect going on there. Okay, so rape, for instance, is less than 4%, I believe, something like that. And this idea that there's a rape culture, and women, young women believe this, even to the point that they're scared of men, as if 4% is like a large number, like every other guy you see on the street is going to rape you or something. Like, it's really kind of just sad, but it's the way it is. So, but it falls in line with female narcissism as well. There's female narcissism out there. And it's easier for women to be narcissistic than men, because a lot of times men are not allowed to be narcissistic, not only amongst our friend group, but in the world. We're not given a pass. There is such thing as female privilege. Men are not given a pass. We're not, oh, he's just a man, right? How people say, oh, that's just a woman. It's just a woman. Let her go. And one obvious example is this idea of you never hit a woman. You never hit a woman, man. Never hit a woman. And these guys who, like, it's like they lose all logic and reason because this part of them that wants to protect women kicks in, and they're like, you never hit a woman. You never hit a woman. What if she's coming at you with a baseball bat? What if she's hitting you in the face and the only thing you can do is hit her back to defend yourself? What if she has a gun in her hand? You never hit a woman? Are you sure? Okay, so you see what I'm getting at? There's not actual equality in reality. Women are treated special. So when women say, oh, I want equality, it's when it benefits them. I want equality when it benefits me. Okay? When it benefits you, you want equality, but when it doesn't benefit you, then you're a victim. When things don't benefit you, then you're a victim. So you want all the special privileges without the accountability, without the agency. How many times have women played? I don't even think it's overt. I think that it's subtle in their subconscious that women play the victim. Okay, they play the victim. Oh, I'm a woman. I'm a woman. That's what it always is. I'm a woman, so therefore, equality is just a hypothetical for many of these women. They're actually living in privilege. Ironically, we are probably one of the most free societies ever, not only for free thinking, but for free behavior. Okay? The fact that women are allowed to be as vicious and vitriolic as they are is proof enough that there's no such thing as a patriarchy. There's no such thing as an oppressive patriarchy. Because if there was, you wouldn't be able to go picket. You wouldn't be able to go burn your bras and have your tops off in large groups of these feminist gatherings. You'd all be arrested if there was such a thing as patriarchy. If there was a unified group of men in power who were holding women captive in an oppressive state. It's silly. It's nonsensical. It doesn't happen. There's no conspiracy. The fact is we live in a free market, and if you can do a job well, you'll get hired. Generally, regardless of your gender, regardless of your race, affirmative action is embarrassing. It's an embarrassing concept. It's like, oh, look at me, I'm playing the victim, therefore give me some benefits. That's all it is. That's all feminism is. And when you really disagree with anything, what it actually is a cult. What it actually is it's a group of power, it's a group of vitriolic power seekers who, if you disagree with them, they'll attack you. If you disagree and say, no, I don't want you to kill my baby. I don't think it's fair that you have 100% right over the life of my child that is 50% my DNA. You can't kill my baby. If a man says that, he's attacked and called a sexist pig. He's called a misogynist. You can't control my body. You want to control my body. No, I just don't want you to kill my kid. The kid's body that is in your body is my kid. And they want to dumb it down and, oh, it's just a fetus. It's just a clump of cells. It's not even a human being. Like, what kind of sick, devilish shit is that, man? That's just, ugh, it's disgusting. When a woman gets pregnant, she's like, oh, I have a baby in me. I have a living being in me. She doesn't think, I've got a fetus or I've got an embryo, a clump of cells. That's not what she thinks. She thinks I have a baby in me. And when a woman gets pregnant, the father thinks, oh, I've got a baby. He doesn't think it's an embryo, it's a clump of cells. I can just kill it. No, he thinks I have a baby. Why? Because it has a soul. I'm sure from the second it's an embryo, it has a soul. And if you disagree, you are bashed and you are attacked and you are hated and I hate you because it's you're crossing over into something. You're crossing over into their territory according to them, although it's not. It's your territory. If you had agency, if you were transparent, if you had accountability, why are you so defensive? Because this is my thing, this is my female thing. Well, then you're saying so you're saying you're different. So you're saying you're not the same as men, right? You see how this craziness works?